my beautiful friends, it's Amanda here, and today's video is another collaboration with my friend Karen Harris. I've done a couple collaborations with Karen over the years. She's such a sweet, thoughtful, very funny, very easygoing friend, and she is an incredibly dedicated YouTuber. I don't know how she does it. She has two little ones, and she is just making so many great videos. She does really informative reviews. She does a lot of looks. She has an awesome, bold style, and I just enjoy her all around, and I know you will too. So if you're not already, please go check out Karen's channel. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you go and check out her recommendations. Now, Karen and I have very similar sensibilities. We have similarly high expectations for the performance of our products. We have a lot of the same favorite brands. Where our personal style may vary a little bit, our sensibility is really the same. So today we're going to share some of our top favorite monochromatic lip and cheek combos. And we thought this would be a really useful collaboration because we have very different skin tones. She is a medium tan skin tone. I am obviously very pasty and pale. We also have very different styles. She tends to be a little bit more adventurous, a little bit more bold, whereas I tend to be just a little bit more toned down, a little bit more basic, you might say, especially when it comes to my lip and cheek choices. I tend to save my adventurousness more for my eyeshadow. So between the two of us, I think just about anybody is going to be able to find a lip and cheek combo that they love and that works for them. I have drugstore products, I have high-end products, I have indie products, a whole range of things here. Karen and I are going to be using the same categories. So we will have nude, coral, berry, vampy, red, and a wild card. That's just whatever combo you want to share. My wild card is not so wild, but it is one of my favorite combos, and I think a lot of people are going to like it. I want to show you each one of these monochromatic combos in action. You're going to see them actually going onto my face. I'm also going to show you swatches. I'll give you info. And I'll tell you a little bit about why I picked these things or why they're my favorites. Let's start with Nude Combo first. We're starting off with one of my go-to nude lip and cheek combos. These are two very much loved, very often reached for products in my personal makeup collection. First is this tinted juice infused lip oil from Ulta Beauty. This is in the shade Buff Babe. I know that I have mentioned this in previous favorites. This is an absolute go-to for me. I love the way it smells a little bit like chocolatey. It looks great on my lips. It has a lot of skincare qualities. It's just such an easy recommendation for me. And very similarly is this MAC Glow Play blush in the shade So Natural. You could probably tell that I have used this pretty often. This has an interesting bouncy texture, similar to a Super Shock product, and that's why I like to use this ColourPop stippling brush to apply it. It picks up enough product on those synthetic duo fiber bristles, and it also really easily blends this very creamy, bouncy formula out over my cheeks. This lives up to its name. It looks very natural. It's just a few seconds really to apply and blend this out, and this feels like a second skin to me. Both of these products are just such an easy breezy choice. They look good no matter what kind of eye makeup I'm gonna do, even if I don't do any eye makeup. And I wanted to give you a little bonus for this combo. I'm gonna add the Super Shock highlighter in the shade Lunch Money. I'm not going to have any extra products from here on out. It's just going to be a blush and a lip color, but this is really the icing on top of this look for me, and I think it really pulls everything together with just a little bit of that soft glow. And this works so well with the MAC Glow Play blush because they have a similar texture. So this is an easy go-to for me. This is an everyday type of look, and these are all products that I wear together for this little nude combo quite often. I warned you in the intro that I could be a little bit basic, and I don't care if it's basic because I think this is so pretty and just so me. Now we're going to move on to the Coral Lip and Cheek combo. And this lipstick is from Fantasy Cosmetica. It's from their Lost Library collection. And the shade is actually called Lost. This is a peachy coral, as is the blush that I'm going to show paired with this lipstick. I do tend to prefer a more orangey, peachy coral for my personal skin tone and undertones. I have a very, very neutral undertone. So if I go too reddish yellow in my corals, then I can end up looking a little bit sickly. So if I go for something a bit softer, this peachy type of coral definitely has a little bit more of a pinky vibe to it. At least that's how it looks on my skin. It's like a pinky peach coral color. You may not even want to call this a coral, but I think it looks coral on me. Plus, I didn't want to pick something that I don't actually really use and love. And this is a blush that I use and love, and I feel really confident recommending it. That's important to me for these recommendations, is I don't want to just pick something just to pick it, just to fit the brief. I really want to use things that I use a lot, that I wear a lot, and that I think look good and flattering and comfortable and pretty and perform well. It's a lot of boxes to check, and I think that this combo, especially once it's all applied, and if I did this with a really peachy coral eye look, then it really pulls out the coral in these two lip and cheek colors. I really like the way that these colors flatter each other, and they add some brightness and color to a look, but they don't steal the show. I can still do a more fun eyeshadow with this and not feel like there's too many competing colors on my face. Next monochromatic look we're going into is the Berries. And this lipstick is from a formula that was in my best of the year for last year. These are the Milani Color Fetish Matte lipsticks. And this is the shade Dahlia. It's from their Florals collection. I really like most of the shades released in this line. And this is such a gorgeous, rich wine berry color. I can see this flattering just about any skin tone and undertone. Now, I do tend to go for these deeper, richer colors more in the cold weather months, but this is such a classic color in my opinion. I could easily wear this in the summertime as well, and I'm not usually one for a darker lip, but because this has that berry color to it, it's not an oxblood, it's not a brown-based deep color. It's really just all seasons, all skin tones type of shade. And I'm pairing that with this Fenty cream blush in the shade Cool Berry. This one has a little bit of a gold sheen to it, so it's like a blush and a highlighter in one. This has quite a lot of pigmentation, so just dipping my finger in one time is enough to get me started on both cheeks. And this does blend very nicely just with the fingertip application. It also blends out well with either a damp sponge or that little stippling brush that I use for my Super Shock and the MAC Glow Play products. But when I'm going to layer up quite a bit of color, because I do want to keep a lot of this strong berry color coming through, particularly for this video, but also just because it's really beautiful and so flattering on its own. I'm not wearing any bronzer, no contour, no highlighter, just this cool berry shade. And I think it's so pretty. It has that wintry, windswept cheek type of feeling to it. And I just loved this combo. I couldn't get enough of it. This is definitely going to a holiday party sometime this season. For my Vampy combo, I really wanted to go a little bit out of the box with this one. I know you don't see me wear colors like this very often, But if I'm gonna go for a deep vampy color, I'm often gonna go for a very neutral purple like this. It's something just a little bit softer than a full black lipstick. And it's also a little bit funkier and more fun than a deep, deep red, which I also will wear another Kaleidos Cloud Lab lip clay called Cognac very often whenever I want a deep vampy lip. But I've really been enjoying going for more purples. I just think it's a little bit more funky and a little bit softer. So I love the Kaleidos Cloud Lab lip clays, period. Any color is a winner for me. And this ColourPop pressed powder highlighter is my cheek color. It's a little bit too deep to be just a highlighter for me, so I can actually wear this as my all over cheek color. This is a very, very shimmery blush on me. I think this is so fun. This is a surprise favorite for me. I was not expecting to use this very bright, shimmery duochrome purple as often as I have, but I have reached for this a lot. It pairs well with all kinds of different blushes, different lip colors. It's a little bit of fun. It's a little pop of this pinky purple color. It shifts as you move your face. And I do think that this ColourPop Sailor Moon collection from this year, spoiler alert, is probably their best collection of the year. So I find myself reaching for this highlighter a lot, and it just looks so fun with this vampy dark purple lip. Very much like my coral choices, I did use a little bit of flexibility with my red choices. I went for a more rusty, coppery type of red instead of a very classic bright, bright red. I just don't typically go for those bright, Valentine's red type of colors very often. I do prefer something with a little bit of a brick tone, a little bit of a brownish red. That's actually my favorite type of color to wear lately. And so, maybe I'm taking liberties, but like I said, I'm really only going to tell you my favorite things that I actually really like to wear. So for my lip color, I chose the Merit Signature Lipstick in Tiger, and I'm pairing that with this ColourPop Super Shock Cheek in the shade Bardot. This is almost the same color as that Tiger lipstick, but in a shimmery, red, rusty red blush with a whole bunch of coppery and gold shimmers in it. I'm digging in with that ColourPop stippling brush, and as you can see, I have no problem getting a serious amount of pigmentation to the point where I actually decided to do a little bit of blending and smudging with my fingertip because the brush was giving me so much color on my cheeks, and I'm not mad at it. I wanted to really turn up the volume on this blush color, especially because I know that some people are not going to be happy with this choice of a red, but I just simply don't wear a bright red, true red primary type of cheek color. I just don't even think I own one. Maybe I do somewhere in the depths of my collection, but it's definitely not accessible because it's not something that I would actually put on. Whereas this combo, I think, is beautifully monochromatic. It really suits my personal style, and both of these products are so quick and easy. I love to have a dramatic payoff from a lazy girl amount of effort. That's really my wheelhouse. That's where my vibe lies. I think you can probably tell by now that I love a shimmery, one and done, blushy cheek and a really comfy, hydrating lipstick. That's how we landed on this wild card. I know it's not very wild. I'm doing a mauve monochromatic combo, and I chose this because honestly, this is my favorite lip and cheek combo right now, and it happens to be very monochromatic and also not one of the categories that Karen and I chose for our video. So that is how we landed on the least wild card colors This is the Too Faced Heartcore lipstick in the shade Sweet Tea. I cannot put this down. I love how this feels like a lip balm but looks like a lipstick. And no surprise to anyone, this is a shimmery baked blush. This is from Essence Cosmetics, and it's the color Goldy Cassis. I cannot get enough of these Essence baked blushes. I think they are so gorgeous, so pigmented. I don't know how something this high quality is this price point. I think these are only like $5 and they're big giant pans too. This just blends so effortlessly. I love this color. It's a little bit outside of the norm for me because I typically go for something more warm terracotta nude type of color. This is a little bit more cool toned than I usually go for, but I just think this is such a flattering, really neutral with a twist type of combo. It's not a warm peachy terracotta nude, but I do think that this is still going to read very neutral on everybody, myself included. I think a lot of people are going to be comfortable in a color combo like this. Maybe I'm projecting a little bit because this is my favorite color combo of the moment. Lastly, I just wanted to show you a quick swatch on my arm of all the colors that we talked about today in the order that we talked about them. So nude, coral, berry, vampy, red, and my wildcard mauve combo. Hopefully this gave you an idea for your new favorite monochromatic combo. I definitely want to hear which of these pairings were your favorites and if you have any of these. I really stuck to my favorite things. I didn't just pick stuff just to fit into the categories. I really chose things that I've been either loving a lot lately or have loved for a long time. When it comes to videos like this, my main priority is giving actually really solid recommendations for things that I really, really enjoy. And I hope that between my video and Karen's video, you will find the perfect monochromatic lip and cheek combo, whether it's digging back through stuff that you already have, maybe finding a close match in your existing collection, or maybe finding the perfect thing that you need to complete your makeup collection. I had a lot of fun making this video. I always love working on these projects with my friends. I can't say enough good things about Karen, about her channel. She is just a beautiful person inside and out. I really value her opinions from her videos, and I just really value her friendship as a person. So please, if you're not already, go subscribe to Karen's channel. Go check out her video and see what her lip and cheek combos are. I can't wait to see what she chose. I know she's gonna have some really fun options. Let me know if you want to see more pairing videos like this. I like this style of favorites. It's a little bit different. Let me know how you enjoyed it, what else you might want to see. I always love to hear what you think about things too, so make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Subscribe to her. Hit. Just. Nope. None of those were words. Now that I have been gushing about my friend for 2.5 minutes, try to edit that down. My eyeshadow keeps distracting me today, and can you blame me? Look how shimmery it is. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. All right. Okay, we're out here. We're making it happen. I've only got a couple more collaborations left. A few people had to postpone I'll say postpone because we'll collaborate again in the future. But a couple people, I was supposed to have more videos. A couple people couldn't make it work. Life happens. Videos are not the most important thing to me, and I don't want anybody else to feel like they're the most important thing. People's health and mental health, and just, you know what? It's a hard time right now. The holidays are a busy time. They can be a tough time. You could be going through it. Maybe you're missing some loved ones that you've lost. Who knows? Who knows what it is? But, you know, this is a time when we really need to give each other some extra grace because it's tough out here anyway, just all the time. The world is a difficult place to make your way through as a human being. So I get it. And you know what? If you're one of those people going through a hard time, you're doing your best. Hang in there. You're doing great. I believe in you. I know that it sucks sometimes, but you're gonna crush it. I totally believe in you. And I think you're awesome. And I think that you're smart, funny, special, cute, adorable, and I love your face. And I'll see you soon. Okay. Bye.